Oh, what a mistake it was to take me up to your office in the sky. You'll never do that again.
Yeah, maybe I won't. And maybe next time you call, I won't come.
There you go. Kick a man when he's down.
Jimmy, you are always down.
Oh, okay. Hi, Internet. I am UD Reviews. I'm here with Miss Kim Wexler. How you doing today? I'm doing great, too. And I saw this guy. His name is Joshua Fagan. I presume that's how you pronounce his name. And he talks about Kim. And I feel like he did a great job. I wanted to add in my 2 cents. So let's watch together.
In Better Call Saul, we assume that she is going to be Saul Goodman's moral compass, the person constantly urging him to do what's right and to abandon the crooked path. We assume that's her role in the show, and of course we know from Breaking Bad that she would inevitably fail in this role, being a legitimate and successful and well-respected lawyer, even if it means working long, hard hours for people who do not care about her and do not respect what she is doing.
And I think that's why a lot of people really like Kim Wexler. Mind you, I've only really spoken to Americans about this show, so I don't know how people outside of the US feel. But I know in the United States, we have this culture of, we have like a hustle culture. And even it, why did I have to wear a shirt that says finance hacker when I'm discussing hustle culture? But even if you're somebody who does not like hustle culture, like you still are in America. Like you are surrounded by it. America very much values pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, being like, defeating the odds, working so hard that they can't ignore you. These are like things that are really, really praised in the United States. And so, especially in the first seasons, Kim Wexler was like a fan favorite. Hardworking, smart, never victimizes herself. She never positions herself as a victim. She doesn't even care if she's taking responsibility that somebody else deserves to take. She will take it all. Eats crap and works so hard that you end up on top.
She despises him perhaps more for the seemingly innocuous words he says to her about Jimmy, which hurt her more than any genuine act of cruelty could. Because they treat her as someone who can't think for herself, who can't make decisions for herself. At least that's...
And it is really insulting. I know what it's like. I remember when I was younger, if I did something bad, I was seen as so good that if I did something bad, I wouldn't get the blame. They would always say, oh, who are you hanging out with? So-and-so is filling your head with all these bad things. And I'm like, no, I have my own belief system. I have my own values. And I did what I did because of my values and my decision. And that's really disheartening that you're going to blame somebody who didn't do it. You're going to blame them for my actions. Am I not responsible for my own actions? And Kim, we saw that flashback when she was a kid where she kind of seemed like she wanted her mom to hold her responsible for her actions, and her mom didn't. And I feel like Kim has this, I don't know, she has this complex where sometimes she takes too much responsibility, in my opinion. Sometimes she takes the blame when I don't think she needed to. But she has this, I don't know, desire she wants to be seen as complete in every way, not just I'm a good lawyer, but everything I do, everything that my life is because of me. It's because of me. And that's why she'll even take crap for something she didn't do or wasn't really her fault, because it's still because of her. She still chose to be in association with XYZ person. You know what I mean? She wants full, complete ownership of everything that happens in her life, which that's another admirable trait in America. In America, like, people really respect that.
Whom she views as these smug, self-satisfied careerists who act like they are the best people in the world, that they are refined, noble, and elegant, when in reality, they have been handed a large portion of their success. They've had opportunities that someone like...
And I can relate to that. I think a lot of the people who watch the show can relate to that. That's why, like they pull one on this guy, and like we as the audience, we don't harbor much animosity towards Kimmy or Jimmy, because like people kind of like get it. Like, you don't feel too bad for the person who seems to have it all and they're smug about it. So I think people can relate to this side of Kimmy.
But this position does not satisfy her because she is stuck trying to grease the wheels for people she does not like and does not respect. People who...
I think that's a really good point. Because on my first watch, I just interpreted it as Kim is not fulfilled. Like, it's not fulfilling to, for example, if you've ever seen the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, there's this little ditty called Don't Be a Lawyer.
I'm majoring in pre-law myself.
Oh, no. Bad idea, trust me. Being a lawyer is the worst.
And there's this line that I always think of that makes being a lawyer seem so boring and so unfulfilling.
Law school debt, daily regret, is that what you dreamed of as a kid? Or did you hope one day that you find a way to spend 4 years working on a pharmaceutical company's merger with another pharmaceutical company?
And whenever I meet someone who says, I'm a lawyer or I'm a paralegal or whatever, I ask them, have you seen the song? What do you think of the song? Is it really as boring as they're saying? Is it like as like unfulfilling as they're saying?
Don't be a lawyer. I'm serious. It really, really sucks.
And everyone says, yeah, like ironically, everyone in my life I've ever known who's been a lawyer, paralegal, or went to law school has told me vehemently, UD, do not do it. I'm really grinding. I'm really wasting my intelligence and my heart and my soul to help a corporation that's already freaking huge, help it become slightly more huge. Like, it's not fulfilling. And I just viewed it from that standpoint. But I like that this guy is also bringing up, she doesn't like these type of people. There's that scene where Kimmy is talking to that man who won't leave his house. He doesn't want to, get out of his house so they can bulldoze it down. And the guy is like, you are just like them. I bet you're just like them. And Kimmy, inside, she feels like, no, I'm actually not like them. And I just completely forgot about that trope, that line in her character, that she really does not have she doesn't have respect for these type of people. And what's funny is that in the last episode of season 5, when she tells Jimmy that she quit working and she's just gonna do pro bono work, and Jimmy's like, you're going down bad choice road, because Jimmy has always dreamed of being like these people. He has always dreamed of being in a high position and well respected and all snooty tooty hoity toity. He has always dreamed of this, and what's kept him away was he has that need to be slipping Jimmy. He has that need to cut corners because it'll help get his clients the justice they need faster. And like, we're just cutting in the corner right here. It's not going to be that bad. And it's the right thing. Like, the end result Jimmy sees is the right end result. And Kimmy is able to just climb her way up in a way that Jimmy has never been able to do. Jimmy kind of lives vicariously through her, and I get it. I 100% get it. I know what it feels like to be literally oppressed. Jimmy is being oppressed. He has a ceiling, and I know what it feels like to be put. I know what it feels like to be capped because of just who you are. Because of who you are and the people you're dealing with. I know what that's like. I definitely relate to that. And I could understand why Jimmy wouldn't understand, like, how are you going to throw that away? What does it feel like to live my dream? And what does it feel like to throw my dream in the trash? Okay, I totally get it. It kind of reminds me of, like, have you ever met or even seen online somebody who went to an Ivy League school? They went to Harvard, they went to Yale, and they go do Teach for America, or like they just not even Teach for America, they just be a teacher. Like they just go be a teacher, and people like literally get mad at them. People get mad at them like, you went to Harvard and all you're going to do is be a teacher? You're wasting. What a waste. You wasted your degree. And like, they're not literally mad at that person, because that person has the complete right to live their life in the way that's fulfilling to them. Just like I 100% supported Kim when she quit that job. This is her life. You literally only have one life to live. Make it as fulfilling as freaking possible. And if what makes you feel fulfilled is helping those less fortunate than you get the same kind of treatment as people with the big bucks, hell freaking yeah, I support that. But the people who yell at these Ivy League kids who go on to do just normal work, they go on to be social workers or what have you, these low paying jobs, these mediocre jobs, these jobs that are not extraordinary. It's really the people who are yelling at them. They are just upset with themselves. They're just upset that they were not able to make it into an Ivy League. And they're trying to live vicariously through this person who is not you. Jimmy McGill, Kim Wexler is not you. She is her own person, and she has her own dreams and desires. I don't remember where I was going with this rant, but yes, I really like the point you bring up, Joshua. This added element is important and key to understanding Kim Wexler.
Who are much more like Howard Hamlin than they are people from a hard-scrabbled background like her and Jimmy. Kim, and he ends up losing his life because of the end result of her schemes. Now, she obviously did not want to kill him, but she did seek to destroy his life, and it is because of that destruction that Howard comes over to her house and ends up getting killed by Lalo.
And the thing is, Kimmy, she wanted to make a fool out of Howard. He represents everything that she hates, and he made that comment that he didn't even really... It's kind of a microaggression. Yeah, that comment he made to her was a microaggression. And the thing about microaggressions is that I mean, you can kind of tell when somebody is microaggressing you and they know it. That's a whole nother discussion. But a lot of the time, most of the time, when somebody commits a microaggression, they don't know that. Like they don't think anything of it. But it doesn't matter. It still stings. It still triggers. It still does what it does. It still did what it did to Kimmy. And that was like, okay, I was about to cuss on here, but you know what I was about to say. Okay, you MFR. And here's what I really want to understand, Kimmy Wexler, because when Howard came to your house, he asked a very good question. What do you tell yourself? And I don't know. In the show, she rationalizes it with, we can get the people their money sooner so they can actually use it and enjoy it. Or, these lawyers are just dragging it out so they can get a better pay cut. And we can use the money, our portion of it, so we can do all this good and do more pro bono work and do. She says all this, and I think Kim is intelligent enough that she doesn't actually buy her own BS. I can believe Jimmy buys his BS. He tells Hill, we're going to help a lot of people. I think Jimmy doesn't think about it. I think Jimmy knows he's BSing, But if you ask him what is the truth, he will not be able to tell you. I think he doesn't think about it. I think he just shuts that off. But Kim thinks more. Why do I think she thinks more? I don't know. I think she thinks more. I just think she thinks more. So when you ask her, girl, what was the reason?
So I had a reason. I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
When you ask her for the truth, I think Kim actually does have a truth. Like, she knows the answer. And that's what I want to know. The question Howard came to ask is what I want to know. What was the reason? What was the real reason? I don't think Kim wants to say it. Will she say it? That is a question I have for part 2. Will Kim ever, out of her mouth, say the truth? It just felt good. You just wanted to. She's given all this opportunity to do the work that she wants in a legitimate way. And she turns it down so she can pull this scheme on Howard. Oh, so I was going to say, she didn't expect it to go. She did not expect, just like Jimmy. Jimmy's just thinking the end result is what needs to happen. The end result my intervention will cause is the right result. We're not going to do anything too bad. You know, I mean, it's going to suck for someone, but it's not going to suck that much. They'll be okay. And that's the same line of thinking Kimmy had. They never in a million years would have thought it would result in a body in the middle of their living room. Didn't mean that to happen, but it happened as an indirect consequence of these games. And we know the games are not right. Like, the games were not right. Y'all really took it too far.
Now, I want to be clear that Kim is not the same as Walter White. She is much more sympathetic than him. But what the two of them have in common is a basic flaw, that they become so committed to getting revenge on a world that they believe is unjust, that they allow that drive to consume them, and they blot out the possibility to actually getting to live a happier and more satisfying life.
But the thing is, they wouldn't be satisfied. Walter White wouldn't have been satisfied. He was not going to stop. He didn't want to stop. He wanted to build an empire. If Walter White were to stop, like, okay, I have like a storage room, a 13 by 16 room of cash. So much cash that we cannot even count it. Right? Like, if that was me, deuces, peace the MF out. Let's just keep the laundromat open, whatever, the car wash open. Keep it open, and let's launder this money. And this, there's things that you buy cash. Buy your groceries, girl. Go to freaking Whole Foods for once. Go to Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? Buy your groceries at Whole Foods. Tip well. Tip people very, very well. Go out to eat at a restaurant. There's a lot of things that you can enjoy life very well with cash money, and use your business and just let it come through. You know what I'm saying? Even when Walt Jr. goes off to college, he can buy his textbooks with cash. They ain't gonna ask no questions. Trust and believe. They will not ask no kind of questions. You can buy the dormitory essentials in cash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can live very well. You can live very nice. And that is fulfilling for me. But not for Walter White. I don't have that drive he has. I do not have a need to be the top dog number one, have an empire that impacts the whole entire world. That's what Walter White needs. And that's what leads to his destruction. Kimmy also, she tried to just be good. And she got to the top. She got to the top of being good, and she was unsatisfied. What brings her joy and passion in life is to do Slippin' Kimmy stuff with Slippin' Jimmy. That is what brings her joy in life. I don't know. Would I say she's fulfilled? I don't know, but I know I see that she's very happy. Like I've never seen her as happy as she was, you know, up until Howard got blued in her living room. But that's the thing, like they cannot stop and be fulfilled, because if they would have been fulfilled, then they would have done it already. And the shows, both shows show us how Walter White tried and it didn't work, and Kim tried and it didn't work to make them fulfilled.
So thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon.
I definitely liked, commented, and subscribed. I'm finna comment again. I'm finna let you know that I'm uploading this video. But I loved some of the things that you brought up. Check him out. His name is Joshua Fagan. And I subscribe to him as well. So I know we're just an itty bitty crew on this channel, but if you like the video, please like it so that more people will see it. It'll show up in more people's recommended options, and that gives people the chance to click this video and see if they like it too. Subscribe if you want more of me and Kimmy. And let me know your thoughts in the comments, because that's really what I'm after. I love an active comment section and people's theories and ideas and thoughts. And I actually like read all of them. And I would love to start making videos about what things people say. I appreciate you. Thank you. Until next time. Bye. Bye.
That it? All right, then. See you on Thursday.